Welcome back. This is our EZD6 space opera game, The Horizon. With me are my two players here, playing Alan Richer, Max Boivin of Reactionary Principle Gaming, and of course, Phil the Thrill, playing
Hello.
Eli Baker, his second session. This is the second session with Eli Baker. And we'll, if you're ready, if there are any questions, we're not going to, we were just talking about this. I'm not going to do the background stuff. But do either of you have questions before we go? Any clarifications that we need to before we get right into the session?
No.
I would like
I
to
don't
know
know,
what
that's
our
question to GM.
thorium reserve is.
Thorium reserve?
Yeah, what is it?
You don't know.
But do you know?
I do know.
As long as
You wanna
Alan
keep track of
knows.
it? That's fine.
As long as
Well,
Alan knows.
Find out in character if you want to.
Okay.
That's important to you. Isn't that the rules?
Apparently.
You want to ask question now? Out of character question? You want to do that, Phil? You want to go that route?
I was asked if I did.
That's
I
right.
regret
I did invite that. Oh man, we're getting close to 2 minutes. All right, so here we go. The Horizon shudders again in jump space. Something that shouldn't be happening. The ship chimes over the intercom, re-entering real space. 10 minutes.
I'm in the captain chair, getting ready for the re-entry in a place that I don't know what's gonna happen with this jump that been too fast after, like, I'm not sure I get the calculation right. I hit the communication button and I say, Eli, since you poked on our system already, you mind we're about to come off of jump space now in a few minutes, and to tell you the truth, I'm not sure where we're gonna get off. We should have been like in there for like a good 8 hours. So you mind kind of like shutting out the packet so we don't, or maybe, leaving some detail out?
I'm in the smuggling compartment, kneeling over a resting Jeannie who's sweating profusely, brushing some wet locks of hair off of her forehead, and I say, just rest for now. As she is unconscious, I look up to the radio and I say, "Yeah, let me shut the packet down." And I walk over to the console.
I turn toward Evelyn. I look at her. I say, so you didn't see anything abnormal? I don't know what happened with this drive.
Evelyn pours over her screen. She looks up. I don't know. I can't explain it. It shouldn't be this way. Admittedly, I'm new at this, but Alan, we shouldn't be here. The chime hit now dings again. We're going to get here. I'm not ready. I got to go check out the engine room. I just want to lay eyes on this thing. Maybe there's something going wrong with the drive itself. She pushes away from the console and stands up.
I look back at at Jeannie with a knowing look, and hit the radio again. I say, I was hoping you'd get a little bit of a further jump. We're already coming out.
Press on the radio. Apparently, I thought we would be. I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know where we're heading, but Alia Jactes, right?
Evelyn leaves the bridge, the door opening to the passage into the leading back towards the engine compartments, the mechanical engineering rooms. As she runs down the hall, her cowboy boots clicking on the metal deck plates, she yells over towards Eli. Eli, are you guys okay?
I say, yeah. Peek my head through the crack in the hatch to the smuggling bay. I say, yeah. Jeannie's just resting. I think she's having a bad reaction to those chips, but should be okay. A little bit, a little shaky, but we're okay.
You let me know if you need anything. Her voice fades. She
Do you
runs
need
past the
anything?
corridor. I need to know what more about jump engines. Her voice fades as she enters the mechanical areas of the ship.
I climb out of the hatch. Make my way towards the engine room.
I lean back in the my captain chair. I grab like a little paper cup that used to have coffee in it. I shake it a bit to get rid of the little drop, and then I reach on what used to be Brick's side and grab a bottle of whiskey and pour myself a good shot. And I start like sipping that. Start rolling a cigarette, thinking to myself, well, that might be the last one.
A chime. Bing. 1 minute warning. Evelyn panicked on the intercom. Alan, I don't know what's going on. There's some code I don't recognize on the jump drive screens.
I press on the button on the intercom. I say, as your captain, I'd recommend you relax, grab a drink. If we're to blow up, there's not much we can do now.
Standing at the entrance to the engine room and seeing Evelyn running back and forth, I say, this is the jump drive, right? I put my hand on it. Cool as a cucumber.
Evelyn screams back into the intercom. Don't tell me to calm down! And then cuts the intercom.
I just shrug.
Must be.
She glances back over her shoulder. Eli, do you know anything about these things? I don't understand these codes.
Oh, I don't know. Let me take a look. Where's the codes? I walk down this little tight walk space between pieces of machinery.
Evelyn backs up a half step, squeezing against, gesturing frustratingly towards blue screens, computer screens, where code is streaming quickly by. I don't understand all this. I've never seen these menus. The calculation shouldn't be like this. The ship lurches as it comes back into real space. She steadies herself. That's not usually how this happens.
I lean over the console of the ship as we come off the jump space and I look. As the system, I get the communication from the nearby infrastructure.
A communication packet comes through. As it comes into the Horizon systems, system information starts populating up. An exotic star, a hybrid star, where like a blue star, a blue hot star embedded within a much larger, more less dense red giant. A helpful red line outlines the safe area to approach this highly radioactive area, this exotic star.
I'm leaning over to the console and seeing a lot of miscellaneous data pouring through the view screen, and I set it up to save this portion of the log separately, and I say, oh, we'll have to check this out later.
Go ahead and roll. The menu system failure. The menu system comes back up. The streaming code of strange numbers and equations disappear, fading into the background. The normal user system coming up. Evelyn breathes a sigh of relief. Okay, looks like you fixed it. That I recognize.
I'm not so sure. Probably want to run a good diagnostic on this jump drive.
I'll get started, but
these aftermarket ones can be a little temperamental from what I remember. Look at her and give her a nod.
Well, I'm obliged, sir. Thank you, Eli. She hits the intercom. Hey, Alan, sorry. It looks like the jump drive's okay after all. I'm sorry I snapped at you.
Yeah, and look at that, we survived that jump again, right?
I speak into the intercom. Does it say what system we're in yet?
I opened I lean over the console, like sipping on the whiskey. I opened the packet, and I start like looking at the where we landed. First of all,
In high orbit around Garuda Prime, a world that's arid, dry, a small radio traffic coming up, very little traffic in this orbit around Garuda Prime, sparse. A gate at the safe jump distance away from the planet's surface, outside of its immediate gravity well. No shimmering field occupies the gate. The gate is not registering as active.
I lean on the communicator. I say, "Well, we somehow made it to Garuda. I don't know how we got there that fast, but we're there. So there shouldn't be nobody on our tail."
I look at Evelyn. I say, I knew you were good at the with the jump drive. I didn't think you were that good.
She takes off her cowboy hat, takes a hanky out of her back pocket, wipes some sweat off her forehead. I can't take credit for this. Something happened. I've never had a jump this accurate.
Interesting. Some kind of spatial anomaly then. I nod, looking at the data. It's gone
I'm
now.
hearing like I'm populating like getting like ping from ships that are around, right? Getting like a list of like who's there. Keeping an eye, like is anybody that followed us jumping soon, right?
I try to remember if I have any connection to Garuda Prime.
Success.
I say, I think I know a little scrapyard guy here in Garuda Prime. Might be good to look him up, considering we're out of AIM-3. Look at Evelyn. Also talking into the communicator.
I leaned down over the communicator and said, like, yeah, we're out of AM3 and we're pretty low on thorium 178 as well. So it's the old stuff, right? It's ships that run on it. Should be able to find it around here.
Evelyn pipes up. I'm gonna go check on our young passenger. I want to see how our little gal's doing. You said she was sleeping?
Say, yeah, if you don't mind, just try not to disturb her.
And she slept through that. That was a pretty violent stop to the ship.
I
just want to make sure. I feel bad that she's down in a smuggler's compartment. Poor thing.
I nod at her and watch her. She heads away.
She walks out.
Sidle up to the console and, with a more vigorous demeanor, try to recall that data that was streaming.
Go ahead and roll.
Oh, sorry.
Success.
Okay. And sigh of relief, and pull out a little handy dandy data chip, slot it into the universal slot, and start pulling the data off for later.
The data is much larger. The file is huge. Petabytes of data.
I just take it out. Make sure it goes into easily found folder somewhere on board.
A hail comes through.
I finished my whiskey. I go to the mess hall to the common room. I grabbed my bowl of beef Wellington that was lying there. Started to take a few bites there. It's cold. I head back toward the cockpit, sit in my chair eating, take on the call. Hello?
So this is Garuda Control. We have you as a small jump-capable craft, ident Horizon. Please confirm you're looking for docking. We don't get a lot of visitors here.
Yeah, I'm looking for fuel actually.
Okay. Thorium AM3, what are you looking for?
Yes, both.
Both.
Thorium
Okay.
128.
All right. Well, we might be able to scrounge some up for you. Again, we don't get a lot of transit through here, so we have enough for what we use. Not a lot of access, but maybe we can figure something out. In the meantime, you importing anything, or do you have anything to declare?
No, we're just passing through. What happened to your gate?
Yeah, so unfortunately, the gate is not functioning at present. We have technicians working on it. It's an older gate, and it's been finicky.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, hopefully it won't delay your departure too much.
I'm in the
hopefully.
engine room, and I start heading towards the smuggler compartment.
Evelyn cries out, yelling from the smuggler's department, her voice muffled from the baffling of that department. Eli, Alan, come here. She won't wake up. Something's wrong.
I hurry over to the smuggler's compartment, running over there.
Evelyn, with Jeannie in her arms, is struggling to get out of the smuggler's compartment. She lifts up the little girl in her arms for someone to take. She's burning up. She's so hot. Something's wrong. She may be an allergic reaction.
I take her out of her arms with a sense of frustration. I said, I told you not to disturb her.
She needs help. You can't just leave a child like this.
She needs rest.
She's got a fever.
She doesn't need to be picked up and pulled out of this thing.
Alan, we need to get some ice or something.
I'm in my pilot chair, and I'm finishing this conversation. The guy like stuffing my mouth with the Wellington when I'm talking. I'm saying with cold Wellington. I'm just saying like, yeah, we're gonna come dock. You have a docking bay for us?
Nothing on the surface, but there is a high port you can dock at. It's just next to the gate facility there. I'm sending you coordinates now. You're not far away, within a few thousand kilometers.
All right. I'm receiving the coordinate now. We'll be there in a moment, and I put the ship on autopilot to get there. I close the hailing sequence, and I go toward where the scream comes from.
I'm arguing with Evelyn. I say, you need to get out of my way and let me put her back in bed.
Well, we're not putting her back in bed down there. She was just sleeping on the floor, the poor thing.
There's a cot down there.
Well, she wasn't on the cot when I got down there. She's in a little puddle of her own sweat. It's a terrible thing. She takes off her cowboy hat, starts fanning Jeannie's face.
Look around. Well, she's not going to sleep in here. It smells like booze and piss.
Well, we have an extra berth. Can put her in there.
By the smuggler compartment, looking down.
I nod.
The bed's open, with my ball of Wellington in my hand, and say, "Yeah, Eli and Jeannie, I think it's safe for you to get out of there now. Get some fresh air. Maybe get some real food too, not just like, oh, what's happening to her?"
She won't wake up, Alan, and she's burning up. She's got a terrible fever, like she got bit by a bad snake.
She wasn't feeling too well. I think she might have have the flu or something. You're around some pretty sick people down there.
Is she
Can
contagious?
you show me the birthing that?
Oh, we have an extra cabin. We have a couple extra cabins.
I think I know where you're talking about. Start walking her, carrying her, and walking her down the passageway.
Jeannie,
step
still
aside.
unconscious in Eli's arms, sweating profusely. Poor thing is running a very hot temperature.
I look at Eli. Does she need medical attention? This place is a shithole, but maybe she can find someone that can help.
I just look at him, unable to hide the concern on my face. I just like nod quietly and walk off towards the room.
Evelyn shares a look with Alan. There's something not right. There's something not right with that child. She squeezes Alan's arm and then squeezes past into the corridor beyond, walking quickly to catch up with Eli and open up the door to the spare compartment, cabin.
I head back toward the cockpit, and I hail the station to which we're approaching, and I ask them, "Hello, Garuda station. I port.
We copy Horizon. Go ahead.
Do you have we have a sick child here. Do you have some medical facility?"
Stand by. It's just quiet. Nothing for a few minutes.
I walk into the room, past Evelyn, give her a appreciative nod as I lay Jeannie down on the bed, put a blanket over her, and I say, "Can you get me a damp, cold cloth or something?"
Yeah, right away. Her earlier frustration gone, replaced with concern as Evelyn rushes out, heading to the galley.
While she's gone, I whisper in Jeannie's ear. I say, "Jeannie, can you hear me? Can you wake up?"
A slight...
Come back to me. We're here.
groans a little bit. Evelyn comes back. The cool cloth, damp, a towel, dish towel that's been run under the water.
Say, I'll see to her. You go help Alan find whatever he needs. Take it from her.
You need anything? Evelyn points to the comm in the cabin, on the cabin wall. Just hit that. Just let us know. If anything changes, let us know.
I check my frustration with her constant needling. I say, I understand. Thank you.
She heads back towards the cockpit.
Put the cloth on Jeannie's head and I say, it's all right. We're going to be okay.
A small hand grasps your hand. Very faint, very weak. Eyes flutter. Uncle Eli? Uncle Eli.
Hey, how you doing? Gave us a little scare there, huh?
I had a strange dream. Very strange. And then her voice trails off. Her eyes flutter closed again.
Just rest for now. You can tell me about it later.
I'm sitting in the captain chair, waiting for the reply from the station. I'm rolling a cigarette, put it in my mouth, bring the lighter up to light it up, and then I reconsider, put the lighter away, throw the cigarette back in my tobacco pouch, put it back in my jacket pocket.
Evelyn comes in with a sigh. She plops down in the co-pilot's chair. I'm worried about that kid. That was a fearsome fever. A chime from the comm. Bing, Horizon, this is Garda Highport. Come in.
Yeah, here's Horizon.
Yes, can you clarify? We do have some medical personnel on board. Can you clarify the nature of your emergency?
I'm not sure. There's like she seemed to have a fever.
Is this a pathogen that is contagious?
Well, I'm not a doctor. If I were, like, I wouldn't need you. So I cannot answer those questions. I'm sorry.
All right. Please go ahead. We're sending the docking bay C1, please. We have a team on standby.
All right. Thank you.
Hit the signal to comm to communicate up there. I say, she's regained consciousness. I think she's going to be okay. We probably don't need to involve any professional doctors. I have a friend in system, and he might know someone who's a little more discreet.
Without replying, I just look at Evelyn and say, "That's strange, isn't it?"
She must have just woken up. She was still asleep when I left.
What do you think?
I mean, he's a company man. He's going to have connections. I don't know. I mean, it's something with this kid that she's been through a lot. Maybe putting her on a bunch of doctors and everything. Maybe I just don't know. I want her to be okay.
Yeah, and he's being a bit suspicious around that kid. I don't know if I don't want to have some creep around, right?
Well, he seems protective of her.
In a weird way, because now it's also like, if he was protective of her, he would want her to get the medical attention, right, for somebody.
Yeah, unless there's something about her. Yeah, you're probably right. We should keep an eye on him. She leans in close. It doesn't seem like we get a lot of time, but you and I need to talk privately.
I just turn around toward the console. Say, well, once we get like some time rest, when we stop running around, right?
Soon, she says, I hope. Then she turns studiously back towards the co-pilot's console and monitors the telemetry of the ship as it approaches the Highport dock.
I'm just like fidgeting with the console, like trying to appear busy. And then I suddenly stand up. I say, I'm gonna go see what's happening with this girl. I view the bridge, and I head out toward the bunk.
I'm sitting in a chair, elbows on my knees as I lean forward and watch Jeannie struggle in her sleep. Just have a worried look on my face as I wait there.
Her little fingers twitching rapidly, as if typing or playing a keyboard in her sleep.
I watch her fingers with more of a interest than a concern. Try to read what she's doing in some way.
It's not random. Go ahead and roll. She coughs a little in her sleep, turns over, rolling onto her side. Hands no longer visible. She tucks them up underneath her.
I stand up and lean over her to make sure she's still breathing.
She's breathing. Her breath comes slowly now, peacefully. Temperature is falling.
Put the back of my hand on her neck, see if she's
clammy, not hot.
breathe a sigh of relief as I hear the door.
Yeah, I'm standing in there, just looking quietly, and I look at it, I point at the eye when he noticed me. I said, I thought you said she woke up. She woke up.
She did. I think she's turning a corner. I think she's gonna be all right.
I think we should get her seen by someone.
Well, I stand up and put my arms across on my chest and I say, I don't know if you realize this, but they are looking for us. Putting her
Not here, not yet.
Maybe.
We should have like a good head start now. I think we can take
I guess I'm more worried about the trail. Better not to leave one.
They don't know where we jump.
They will when her name pops up in a medical file and it gets packeted all the way back to Solaris. I look down at her and say,
mechanical sound as the horizon docks, Evelyn guiding the ship in.
I look at him and I say, I just, about earlier, just wanted to say I apologize for not trusting you. It was wrong. I have a big problem with trusting strangers. I just made a bad bet on an old acquaintance.
You seem to have a problem with trusting stranger and trusting friend. Tell me one thing, Eli. This 5 million bounty, is that on you or is that on her?
I think it's a package deal. Look at him.
I turn around and I head back toward the cockpit.
Evelyn's going through the shutdown procedures in the cockpit now that the ship is docked in this spaceport.
I look at Evelyn and say, maybe we shouldn't have the girl see those doctor.
You're worried about it too? Why?
I thought they were after Eli, but now I'm thinking they might be after her.
Oh. Evelyn sits back down, leans back in the acceleration chair of the co-pilot seat. Okay. I'll take care of it. She gets up quickly, heading towards the ramp. I got this.
All right, I'll trust you on that.
She hits the ramp release, looking back towards the cockpit. She nods. I got this.
I'm just standing in the doorway of the cockpit looking toward her.
I hit the communicator in my room and I say, did you want me to go ahead and call my contact then?
I go
back in the cockpit guy
to your communicator. I say, you know what, Eli? I think it's time that the Horizon get a new identity. Can you have a guy that help us with that?
I'm sure he's got ident chips. People don't usually want those.
Ident chips, a coat of paint, this kind of shit, right?
Yeah, that's just the guy for that kind of operation. Especially if you got holes in your boat, but didn't seem like the Horizon was too beat up.
Evelyn walks down the ramp. The ramp comes up after her. Though the conversation is impossible to make out in the dock as it's repressurized, she's speaking to two individuals, both wearing silvered space suits or onesies. She's explaining something to the nurse, just quietly. The nurse nods a second time, Evelyn comes back. The medical officer and the nurse take their small cart, wheel it back out of the dock as Evelyn comes back on the ship.
I nod to Evelyn. So what do you tell them?
I said that I was away from the comms, and we have a young passenger who, she came of age, I said, and the men didn't know what to make of it and called it in as emergency.
All right. I guess that works. They bought it.
Yeah.
Hit the communicator again. So am I calling this guy? Or?
I click on the communicator again. Yeah, why not? At that point.
I click it again. I say, sometimes you got to trust your friends. Right?
No, I guess I don't feel the heat as much on my ass, so I'm a little more willing to go with a hunch, right?
I'll give him a call. I begin to set up a noise packet. See if he's listening. I say, his name is Diesel. I say, Diesel, it's Baker. I need some parts. And send it. With
Confirmation.
With the 3 spaces at the end. That's the handshake signal of authenticity.
Message comes back, sent.
I say, all right, well, he might be contacting us soon. He's probably going to just hairless. He's not very subtle.
Space station communicates through to the bridge. Horizon, this is space station control. I understand that false alarm on the medical emergency.
I reply, yeah, apparently apparently wasn't something to be worried about too much.
Yeah. Yeah, we heard. So, how long are you expecting to stay in port?
Can you if you can refuel us?
Depends on the kind of fuel you're looking for.
Thorium 178 and AM3.
All out of AM thorium 178. We got some 198. AM3. Yeah, I'm sorry. All we've got is thorium 198. We got no AM3 and we've got no old thorium 178. Though if you talk to some private captains, they may have a stash somewhere. Nothing in our tanks though. And unfortunately, as you've probably been informed, our gate is down. It's an older gate. We're working on it, but no guarantees.
Yeah, you're kind of like trapped here, right?
Not a lot of people come here. We're kind of
All
a
right.
backwater.
We'll see. We'll see what we can do. We shouldn't stay too long. We'll just figure stuff out. Make some call. Thank
Well,
you.
if we can expedite your departure, we'll just let us know. We will happy to try to get you on your way.
Yeah, thank you.
How are you doing for other supplies? Water, air,
We're good on
anything
those.
else?
We're good on those.
All right then. There is a few entertainment establishments up here, but don't get your hopes up. Like I said, backwater.
Yeah. Thank you. I close the ale and I go to the communicator, the ship communicator. I say, Eli, you want coffee?
Yeah, I'd love a cup. I think Jeannie's fever's starting to break.
She want a coffee too?
No, she does not want a coffee.
All right.
She needs to
Look at
rest.
Evelyn.
I'd appreciate if you all wouldn't go picking her up anymore. I turn off the comms.
I look at Evelyn and say, "Can you fix some coffee? I'm just gonna go put a shirt on," and then I head toward my my bunk.
Yeah, I'll get one.
Thank you.
She moves towards the galley, starts fixing up some.
I check Jeannie's fever to see if she's cooling off.
Normal. She stirs a little bit.
I pull
Touch.
pull the little leather pouch out of my pocket. Take a look at that hypo syringe that I use to shut off her ability. 3 more doses left. Put it back in my pocket and I just whisper, "Jeannie, I'll be right outside." And walk out.
From the
I go
hallway.
back toward toward the main hall with a sleeveless T-shirt with a jacket on top of it.
I see Alan and
Evelyn's handing Alan a cup of coffee. Eli, can I make you one?
I walk. I say, "Sure." I walk into the canteen, sniff myself, realizing my clothes are pretty filthy. I say, sure would be nice to get some new clothes."
Well, we've got a refresher on board, Evelyn says as she starts fixing the coffee at the counter and starting the machine.
Sipping on my coffee, and I look at Eli and say, "I can lend you a jacket if you want."
Yeah,
Yeah, we're about the same size. Should fit. Maybe a
How's
bit
this
tight
thing?
on you.
much appreciated. Take the cup of coffee. This is great coffee.
So-
Yeah.
It's the only thing
Long
that works-
story behind this coffee.
Only thing that
Evelyn
works in the
says.
ship, kind of, huh? No offense.
She,
It's pretty expensive.
I mean, if you do want to freshen up, I mean, the head's just over there. We do have a refresher if you want to throw your clothes in. I mean, you smell a little like buffalo chips.
I got good news, Eli. This place is a shithole, and their gate is down. So they shouldn't get any packet anytime soon. They shouldn't get news. They're pretty cut off from the world, right? So we should have.
I was able to disable most of the details in our packets, so I think they probably just got your ident and name.
That's
It's
good.
kind of tough to mask that without throwing up a lot of
Yeah.
red flags.
And those guys, right? They're just jobber, right? They're not the smartest, the sharpest knife in the drawer, right?
I doubt they get many packets out here, anyways.
I got bad news too, though. They don't have any thorium 178 or AM3, so we'll have to look somewhere else for that.
Well, hopefully my
So we
guy's
also-
got a line on that.
You get any news from him?
No response yet, but he likes to dig around and junk all day, so he may not check it too often, especially if what
point
you're
to,
saying is true.
I point to one of the bowl of beef Wellington that is left on the table. I say we still have some beef Wellington there if you want. You can warm him up, I guess. When you book.
Still kind of working on those chips. I
Alright.
ate a few too
They
many.
are they are meant to be a full meal.
At my bloated belly.
All right,
Speaking
then.
of which, Evelyn says as she walks over to where her gear is hanging from a hook. She takes out her pistol, checks it, holsters it, wraps it around her waist. I'm gonna go see if we can get some fresh fruit. I think it'd be nice for the kid. So I'm just gonna go check it
Try
out.
not to kill anyone for it.
No, I'm just protecting my honor. She moves over, cowboy hat back on her head. She hits the ramp descend head back into the station.
All right, call if you need.
Yep, I got it. I won't be long.
Watch her leave. I look back out and I say, or watch her leave, and I say, I just forgot I don't have any more money. Might be stuck in these clothes for a while. Taking a sip.
Yeah, I'll help you out. And I go.
So does that mean you? I shout out after him. So does that mean you forgive me?
What is past is past, right? Now we're in that together. Water under the bridge, whatever, right? Just like
I
I'm not
respect
too old a
that.
grudge.
I respect that philosophy.
Well, we've told that we have to forgive like 7 times, 70 times, right? Something like that.
Religious man.
And I head toward my room. I put my closet. And I pick up like 2 jackets. One is like teal. One is like purple.
Walk around
And a pair of fresh slack.
Walk around the kitchen. It's kind of casually just taking an inventory of what in here. Pick up a really large wrench that's just sitting on the counter. Put it down.
I come back in the mess hall with those clothes that I picked. I say I got some jacket there if you want, and I don't really have any real pants.
Oh,
I
that's
can lend
perfect.
you
That's perfect.
some slack. They're pretty comfy.
All right. Thanks. Take the clothes from him.
Maybe Brick would have something that would be a bit big for you. But
Maybe. Maybe I'll wash it with my clothes. No offense, but the guy didn't keep a very tidy room.
and he mostly wore overall, so that might not be your style. Anyway, see what you do, what you want, right? Just try to blend in. Look at it. You look a bit stiff, right? Try to look a little cooler.
It'd be nice to not run for my life for a little while. I nod at him, and I walk back towards the room where Jeannie's sleeping.
I sit in the little in the little couch in the mess hall, and I pull the little screen from the computer and I start like looking at the job board in the sector, just like as an habit, right? I just like pouring through, knowing that I'm not gonna take any.
There's almost nothing on this job board. Almost nothing. This, if it weren't for the fact that you're in a starbase spaceport, it's essentially abandoned. Tiny amounts of traffic, a little bit of ore, some radioactives being mined. It's not. This is poor. Bounties, none. Requests for passage off planet, none.
I lean back in my chair. So what a fucking shit! What should I have gone with Evelyn? Stretch my leg a bit. I grab my communicator. Evelyn,
with a small crackle. Yep. Yeah, what
Where
is it,
you at?
Alan? I'm just checking their general store here. They've got a bit of a canteen. I'm just looking through. I found a few things. There's not a lot here, she says. And she whispers a little bit. People are a little wooden. I don't know. Strange. I get a kind of a religious vibe off them.
really? Stay where you are. I'm gonna come join you, right?
All right. Yeah, it's
No,
not far
seriously,
from the
I need-
dock.
Yeah, I need to stretch my leg.
Step
Yeah,
into-
well, maybe we can grab a coffee or something. I'm kind of done with coffee actually right now. Plus, our coffee is usually better than what else we find. But perhaps we could grab a small dessert or something. You and I can talk.
All right,
step,
maybe we.
step into the bathroom, take off my jacket and hang it up. Look at myself in the mirror. Just take a sigh, having finally escaped what I viewed as most likely my death, and start to undress and put on these new clothes.
I go toward I go toward the head, right? And I get in the door. I say, Eli, I'm gonna go out, catch up with Evelyn.
I fastening my shirt, and I say, "All right. Does that mean you're leaving me with the ship?" This is quite the step in our relationship.
I take my communicator again. I say, Evelyn,
Yes,
I won't be able to make it in the end. I'm sorry.
Why not?
I kind of smirk and shut.
I'll tell you later.
All right.
You know, you
nothing to worry about. I'll put it away.
All right. Well, I'm done. I'm on my way back. Then she sounds crestfallen.
All right. See you in a minute. You're like I look at Eli. I say, "You're right, Eli. We might have to leave in a short moment, right? So might as well stay here."
Of course. I wouldn't abandon you here in case that's worth anything to you. My word. I give him a smirk as I finish buttoning my shirt up.
The ship comms. Incoming message bings. Bing.
I head toward the bridge. Take the message.
I'm following behind him. Put my jacket. Put my arms.
Man wearing working has welder goggles on his forehead. Appears in the video file. It's a real-time video. Must be relatively close by. He says, Eli. Is Eli around here? Tell him it's Diesel. He sent a message for me.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. I don't understand. Why are you here?
How's Amy and the kids?
Amy died 2 years ago.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, I mean, you did send me flowers. At least your assistant did.
Right. Well, it's good to see you either way. I just we were hoping we could maybe do a little business with you. We have a ship here. Could use a little work.
You just, what do you mean work? What kind of work are you looking for? Like, what kind of work are we talking about?
It's the kind of, need a new paint job, maybe a new, few other things.
Oh, that kind of work.
Yeah. We just
New
feel
name?
like we need some new, I glance over at Alan. I shake my head. I say, we just felt like we needed a new start. That's all.
So, a new start. You're not with the company anymore?
No, we decided to part ways. I'm on my retirement right now.
It's about time, man. It's about time. I've been telling you that for a long time, right? I mean, not that we're that close, but still. Nothing good comes from them. Them Solaris Logistics people are dirty.
Well, you don't have to tell me. I was one of them.
Yeah, well, rumor is that they sabotaged this gate of ours. You know, given that it's not connected to their network.
So sorry to interject. Talking about the gate,
Yeah,
you wouldn't happen to have like some fuel, right?
I might.
It's my partner Alan here. He's a good guy. He owns the ship.
Since when do you take partners?
Well,
Man.
partner might be a strong word.
It's a new venture.
A new venture. That sounds like company talk. He spits off screen. I might have something for you. Maybe. All
Why
right.
don't we talk in person?
Tell me about the ship. Is she atmosphere worthy? Can she land planet side?
Oh,
Yes.
All right. Well, I got a bit of a yard here, planet side. I'll send you the coordinates. You can bring her down here and take a look.
Hey, Diesel.
Yeah. What is it, Eli?
It's a CX300
He whistles
S-Class turbo.
low. No kidding. How'd you get hands on something like that? That's a sweet ship.
I told you. I keep telling you, I got good taste. I smirk at him.
Wow. And you want me to paint it? It's not exactly, well, let's say it's not Solaris Logistics shipyards here, okay? It's going to be what it is. You okay with that?
It's not it. It's a classic, but it's not in the best condition. So, right, we're not expecting a full restoration there.
Well, I hope not, young man, because you ain't getting one.
So yeah, let's talk planet side.
All right. There's the coordinates. How quick can you get here?
I'm just waiting on someone to get on board. We'll probably head right down.
Yeah.
Be around there.
You got space for us?
Just a word to the wise, Eli. When they ask you if you're where you're going, just tell them that you're heading on a survey, maybe spending some time in space, taking some pictures of our fancy sun.
Didn't I tell you about my new planetology habit?
Yeah, don't tell them you're coming to the planet. They get real squirrely about that around here. They don't like strangers coming down here. So if you could make it kind of quiet, like, that would be better.
Well, it is. We'll do our best.
All right. I'll see you old dog.
Good talking to you, man. Hit the end the comm as if it's my ship for some reason.
Evelyn comes into the docking bay with a plastic bag in hand. It's full of some goods. She's walking towards the horizon. Stops, opens the ramp, comes up on board.
Hey, Evelyn, what you got there?
Oh, well, they actually had a few things. I've got this. She pulls out a container. It's a metal cube, a rectangle. She twists the top of it. It's a hiss of escaping gas as it opens up to reveal perfectly preserved strawberries. I couldn't say no to these. Perfect. She's got a few other fresh or preserved fruits and a few other nuts and other things. It was pretty pricey, she said, but I figured for the kid, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's awful kind of you.
Well, I might share, she says as she winks at Eli.
For the kid, I mean. I'm fine. I give her a grateful nod.
I could have a strawberry. I haven't had one in forever.
She takes one from this package and passes it on. Nice, plump, red, even with the green leaves still attached to the top of it.
I'm going to go check on her.
Have a bite on it.
Juicy, sweet, perfectly ripe. She says,
So,
yeah, I got kind of a religious thing going on in this station. And there's something that I didn't really realize what it was until I was walking back here, but everybody's the same height here.
are they taller than me?
Well, they're kind of average. Yeah, they're maybe a little shorter than you. But they're all the same height. Isn't that kind of weird?
You've been with us for a while now, right? It's like
Yeah.
it's not the first weird thing you've seen, no?
No, but it's kind of weird to go into a station and everyone's the same height.
Do they all look the same?
No, I mean, they have different features.
And you said they're shorter than me.
They're a little shorter than you.
All right, then.
Yeah.
We're leaving anyway.
They're very,
open
they all wear same things, and I don't know, it just kind of felt a little weird. I stood out like a sore thumb, she says. She takes off her cowboy hat, hangs it on the hook.
Open the door to the room and check in on Jeannie to see if she's moved at all.
She's sleeping soundly, rolled over to her side, breathing steadily, slowly.
Nod and go back to the canteen to get a large cup of water, ready for her.
Oh, Evelyn comes back to the plastic bag. She takes out a glass bottle, sweating with moisture on the side. I also found this milk. When's the last time you had some of this? Thought it'd be good for the coffee.
Maybe.
I feel like I'm missing something. What did you guys talk about?
What? No,
it looks like you're ready to go. Like what? Why are you both standing?
We are going.
Where are we going?
Eli knows a guy, planet side. So we're gonna take a chance with that.
Okay then. Evelyn nods, grabs a strawberry from the container before she seals it back up.
I lean toward the console and I hail the station.
Station responds. Yes, Horizon?
Yeah, we're gonna undock.
Oh, you found someone that can sell you fuel?
Not yet, but we placed some call while we're waiting. We thought we could just like do the tourist thing a bit and go see the star of yours, right? It's pretty interesting.
Yes, it's a very exotic star.
Yeah, if you don't mind, we're just gonna do the best of a bad situation, right?
We'll message you, of course, if we have any update on our jump gate, so we can speed you on your way.
Thank you very much. And in the meantime, we're just gonna drift around a bit.
Garda station out. Clearance comes through on the console. Clear to undock.
I lift I press the release button, having the ship like start lifting up. Put some power to the engine. I hit the communicator for the ship. Well, we're on our ways.
I walk the cup of water back to Jeannie's room. I sit it down on her bedside table and pat her on the shoulder, and I say, just go ahead and rest. I'm going to be talking to someone. You can hear me, but stay on the ship, all right? And I stand up and look at her to see if she even acknowledges anything.
She stirs slightly in her sleep, rolls over, a slight smile on her face as she doesn't wake.
Walk out of the room and close it and lock it from the outside, or lock it so that she can unlock it.
I'm driving the ship toward piloting the ship toward the star, getting closer to the red line that indicates safe distance before being caught by the gravity. On that leisurely pace. Then I turn around and I started heading toward the planet.
I walk up to the bridge, looking inside, out the viewport, and see that we're leaving. Say, standing there. I'm just standing there.
Evelyn, at her console in the bridge, has a readout that she's carefully studying the fuel of the main drives as the ship now changes course towards the planet. So I sure hope Eli's guy comes through. We're running on fumes, Alan.
I speak up and I say, he'll come through. Don't worry about it.
Oh, she turns around. Sorry, I didn't know you were there.
I look at Eli and then Evelyn. I say, well, if you don't, we might become permanent resident there because we might not have enough fuel to get up, to leave the planet then.
Not a bad outcome for me, if I'm being honest. I lean there against the door frame. I say, hanging around here till the gate gets fixed. Probably a pretty good spot for me.
Well, it might be quiet, Evelyn says. She looks at the telemetry, guiding the horizon in.
Although, if I know Solaris, they'll probably be offering their services to fix the gate here momentarily.
Yeah. Especially if the rumor are true,
Complete-
right?
With a complete overhaul.
Take over, you mean?
It's, we don't prefer those negative connotations, but I think you get it.
I'm kind of tired of shithole, to tell you the truth. I try to go to one nice place and then like it's full of fucking fish. I'll tell you sometime. Like I bring the ship. I start like getting the ship like in the atmosphere.
Any ideas on what we're going to tell these guys? We were just scooping the atmosphere.
Not getting much traffic, electronic traffic, signal traffic from the surface.
Well, I don't think Diesel was lying. I'm pretty sure we're going to get questioned about our presence.
I told them I told them we're doing the touristy stuff, right? But anyway, I'm about to cut power to the ship. You might all want to get a seat.
Oh no, Evelyn's. I know what he's going to do. Eli, better make sure that Jeannie is secured in her bunk. It might get rough.
Eli turns around and rolls his eyes, walks over to the bench at the canteen.
I said, well, that's how it is, right? You're gonna save like quite a bit of fuel.
Yes. Well, last time we did this, we lost thruster 3. I only got this from Brick. He told me about this stunt. He said we almost died when you came into Eberlein because of this.
Yeah, almost. We almost die every day, right? Like as long as
I hope you're right. She sits back down, grabs straps, tightens them down, securing herself to the co-pilot chair.
I'm turning off like all the systems that are not like essential. Like
ship gets quiet.
Like turned on like the thruster, and let the ship slowly accelerate.
Pulled in towards the planet's surface by the planet's own gravity.
I just keep like the little thruster to adjust like the direction, give it some guidance.
Roll piloting.
5.
Success. The ship shudders.
Like, slowly guiding it, like letting it fall.
Feeling myself like becoming weightless as I'm in like a free fall almost.
I look at it and say, yeah, that's not too bad.
Well, we're running quiet so far. Make another check.
I'll turn that into a 5 again.
The ship shudders slightly, hitting a pocket, entering into the troposphere of Garuda Prime, now shuddering a little bit as the molecules of the atmosphere start to burn up and ionize around the hull. The ship shudders and shakes, but still stays in the proper attitude.
I'm keeping an eye on the altitude gauge, making sure that waiting for the last moment to turn back the engine.
Now, the gauge falling. Evelyn looks nervous. Her hands start gripping the armrests of the seat.
I got my eye on the switch of the engine.
Alan.
Yeah, almost there.
Anytime, Alan. Anytime. Go ahead and roll one last time.
Shut my eyes, expecting death.
4.
Success. The ship shudders.
And
engines come on.
And then when I see like there's a little beeping coming up from the ship, and then like I flip the switch. I pull the stick back. Put the ship like flat. Control the descent.
The ship shudders as it starts to level out. now heading towards the coordinates provided by Diesel.
I look at Evelyn and say, see, it's nothing there. It's like a ride in the amusement park.
Feeling the ship stabilize, I unbuckle my seatbelt quickly and go back to the room to check on Jeannie. Entering the little code that I used to lock the door.
The door slides open. There's Jeannie.
Look in there.
She's sitting up on the bed, stretching. Oh. How long
You
did
all
I
right?
sleep for?
It's just been a couple hours. You're fine.
I was
You
really
okay?
tired. Yeah, I feel great. She says,
Do me a do.
"Where's
do-
Evelyn?"
Just do me a favor and just keep resting a little bit. You had kind of a crazy last couple hours. Just make me feel better if you wouldn't mind.
Oh,
You mind doing that for your Uncle Eli?
I'm not really sleepy, Uncle Eli, but okay. She says as she goes back into the room. Do you have a what, that compad or something? Like, can I watch some shows? I remember I haven't seen any shows before.
I look around the room. I say they don't really have all those luxuries here.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. She
Just pat my pockets. I say just relax for a little bit. You might be able to get some music on that panel, maybe, or
oh, okay. Oh, right. Evelyn's music. I liked that. She walks over to the panel on the wall.
all right.
She starts looking at it.
Shut the door again on her and head back to the canteen.
I point. I'm steering the ship toward the coordinate, and I look at Evelyn. I point at the fuel gauge to say, "See, that's why we did this way." With the needle that barely moved.
I don't know. Seems risky, Alan. But you're right. You did save the fuel. Oh, we've got a tight beam coming in. I'm putting it up now. Diesel comes on the free fall from orbit. Risky.
Well, I told you we're low on fuel.
Must be real low. All right. Well, come on in. There's a storm coming in about an hour behind, or maybe half an hour behind you. I've got a landing yard there. You can come on in and should be fine.
Yeah, I'm about to dock in a few minutes. Thank you for receiving us.
Anything for Eli. He cuts the comm.
Go back to my chair and buckle in. Wait for the flight to be over.
Look at Evelyn and say anything for Eli. I wonder I need to learn more about this guy. What about everybody after him or trying to do him a favor or both?
He seems connected.
Company man, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, through and through it seems. Though he burned a lot of bridges. All for that girl too.
I just nod my head, staying silent. Bring the ship to the yard.
The yard lies in the crevice between a large dry canyon. No water at the bottom of this canyon. It's dry, everything, arid. Very little foliage, small, scraggly plants. A world life struggles to maintain any hold on. There, as the horizon dips down below the walls of the canyon, landing lights, beacons that embedded in the rock light up, guiding the ship down towards a landing pad. Around the landing pad, ships in various states of disassembly and repair, large parts and piles of scrap all around.
Look at Evelyn and say, does that remind you of home? All this sand and...
It does, actually. It does a lot. The
Try to bring you
the
up to a
PA
place where there was some
system
water, but
the PA system suddenly comes alive with Eberlein square dancing music. It's loud, very loud,
I look at
shocking.
Evelyn.
Evelyn, what? What's going on? It's
I
upset.
look at her and say, like, speaking of remind you of home, right?
Exactly. She's like, what? Oh, it's the kid. All right, you got this. I'm gonna go check on the kid.
I sigh and unbuckle the belt and start walking back towards the room.
I get up from my chair. I grab the gun that is in the console next to it. I put it in my pants and in my bag. Grab my jacket from the seat, put it on, head toward the mess hall.
The Horizon settles down on its landing gear, automated landing onto this landing pad, surrounded by piles of junk and scrap.
I open the door to her room and I say, "Having some trouble?" Listen to the racket.
Eyes wide, she looks up, furiously tapping on the screen at the wall, trying to turn off. I'm so sorry. I thought
I walk in the room and hit like 2 buttons. Boop, boop, shoo, turn it down to like a
immediately.
level.
Okay. I'm so sorry, Uncle Eli. I'm so sorry.
No. Hey, you're learning it, right? It's your first time. Don't be
Evelyn's
sorry
voice comes over. Jeannie, you awake? Oh no, I know, Uncle Eli. She's gonna be mad at me.
Says, don't worry about it. It's your first time. You're learning. You know, you got to learn from your mistakes, right?
Right. Evelyn pokes her head. Just everything okay in here? She says.
I roll my eyes at the console as I'm pressing it.
Oh yeah, it's tricky.
I look back and I say, "Everything's fine in here, Evelyn. Thank you for checking up on us again."
She nods, then looks with a big smile at Jeannie. Hey kid, you feel better after your sleep? Jeannie nods. Yep. Then she looks back at Eli. All right, I'll leave you to it.
I have a very stern expression on my face.
She looks at Eli, eyes narrow slightly, taking in the strange, stern expression. Okay, all right.
Thank you.
She puts her hands up. All right, I'm in back. Outside the Horizon, wearing greasy overalls, a man with welding goggles on his forehead stands in the dust kicked up from the thrusters of the ship.
Good. I lean over to Jeannie and I say, "Just be careful with these strangers, all right? We just met these people. I know I know Evelyn seems really nice, but you know, you can't trust everyone you meet, all right?"
Yeah, I remember Uncle Eli. I will.
I'm sure she means well, but you just never know how they are under pressure. Do you understand what I'm saying, little Jeannie?
I think so, Uncle Eli. I think so.
Well, either way, just listen to your Uncle Eli, all right?
Okay.
I'm proud of you, girl. I pat her on the shoulder.
She smiles. Big, goofy, toothy smile.
Good job figuring out that console.
Yeah.
I gotta go talk to a friend of mine, all right?
Okay. She sits back on the bed, just tapping her toe to the music as it plays through just the cabin that she's in now.
I think you could find some snacks in the canteen, though, if you need any.
Okay, I am pretty hungry, actually. I don't want those buffalo chips, though. They hurt my stomach.
I walk out of the room.
I'm by the door, waiting for the ship to settle and Eli to show up. I'm slipping my shoes on. I got the cigarette I rolled earlier and put back in the tobacco pouch. Now it's in my mouth, not unlit. I got my lighter in my hand, and I yell like, "Eli, you coming?"
Yes, I am. I walk towards the ramp.
I look at him when he shows up. I say,
pocketing
You have
my
a gun?
pistol. Say, yes, I do. Pat myself.
All right. So the girls stay here, I guess, right?
Is that all right?
Yeah. Both Evelyn and Jenny, I guess, right? Just like she's gonna take care of her.
Evelyn
she will.
hangs back a little bit. She nods. Yeah, I got it. I'll keep things ready in case we have to leave in a hurry.
I look at Evelyn. I look back at Ellen. I say, all right. Let's go talk to my man.
I press the button to open the ramp.
The ramp descends down. Blast of heat from the outside.
I take a few steps midway in the middle of the ramp. I stop and light up the cigarette. Put the lighter back in my pocket. Take like long drag. Puff them out.
Walking past Alan, and I wave over at Diesel. I say, hey, how you doing?
Diesel,
Covering my eyes from the dust.
Diesel, a large man, dirty hands, are perpetually the color of motor oil. Walks over towards Eli, stretches forth this big ham hock of a hand.
Shake his hand.
His eyes squinting. I didn't think I'd ever see you again, Eli.
I gotta get some of those goggles. You got any of them here?
Yeah, I'm sure we got some around for the right price. I claps Eli on the side of it.
You know I'm not gonna short you.
Well, let's take a look at this ship you got.
Oh,
It's a
yeah.
beauty.
This
I'm
is Alan.
Shoulder.
He's captain.
Oh, hey,
wait.
kid.
How you doing?
Nice ship, he says.
Thank you.
This is
Thank you.
Diesel.
Yeah, so what do you think of the place? He gestures broadly at the canyon around him. It's a beauty, isn't it? Little slice of heaven.
I guess if you like kind of liminal space, right?
Yeah, whatever that is. Limited space. That's right.
I squint my eyes and I say, beautiful summers. I bet.
What are you talking about? This is winter.
I don't know. It seems like kind of a shithole, Diesel. If I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, but it's quiet. The inhabitants here don't like visitors.
So you mean like there's not gonna be like much of a nightlife, right?
Nightlife? No. I mean, you get some crazy aurora borealis here with all the radiation coming from that hybrid star. Fortunately for us normals, that means cancer. So you probably want to limit your time here if you can.
So like 60 FPS kind of thing.
Yeah, at least. Yeah.
Standing at the bottom of the ramp, I look around and I say, sounds like my kind of place. Might stay a while if you don't mind.
Hey, it's your melanoma. He shrugs and walks around, appraising the horizon. So what are you thinking? As he takes a few passes.
Well, what we need is an ident chip. We're swapping
That
out.
shouldn't be. You just want to swap an ident chip? No problem.
But I want it clean. I want it good.
Yeah.
Clean
And I call it
one.
plain.
A clean ident chip. Well, best I can do is an ident chip.
I was afraid you might
Clean's
say that.
relative. You know that better than anyone, Eli. Clean's in the eye of the beholder. He looks at his dirty hands. See these? Clean hands.
Say I can get a dirty ident chip out of a dumpster, Diesel. You gotta have
Yeah.
something for me.
Well, then go ahead. You don't need me.
Can we have some dibs on the name? What kind of like item do you have?
Well, mostly tugs, few freighters, decommissioned cruise liner. Had some trouble. Came through a gate just in transit. Had to
Now
be
we need something
scrapped.
that fit with their ship, right? Just like, can you forge the ident?
Sure. Sure,
You
we
know, we
can
just need
forge
to
an
file
ident.
some number. I'll tell you the truth. This ship ident is not the cleanest either, right? We're just like,
You don't say. Where are you from? You know what? Don't tell me. Don't tell me. It's better I don't know.
yeah.
I'm glad we're all being professionals. Like at the two.
Yeah. Well, let's get out of the sun. We can go talk in the shop.
Yeah, it really gets hotter the longer you're out here.
Well, you get used to it.
Follow Diesel.
You
Diesel
got something
leads.
to drink?
Yeah, sure. I got lots to drink. Mostly iodine. But you get used to it. Come with me.
All right, let's go talk.
He opens the door, heavy door, slides open. A room office cut into the side of the canyon wall. See, it's cool. Some fans working overtime. There's a buzz in the air. He throws his goggles over onto a coat hook and walks over to a cabinet. Some small furniture around, a few chairs, a beat up sofa, a small kitchenette. Walks over to an ancient looking fridge pulled from some industrial ship. Opens it up, reaches inside, grabs a couple bottles, walks over. So, hey, try this on. So,
I grab one. I bring it close to my face. Smell. Take a little sip. Tiny little sip.
it's a beer, but with a slight tinge of iodine.
I take a few steps through the room, just standing there looking around. And I say, we're also looking for AM3 and thorium 178.
Oof. Thorium 178. That thing's running still on thorium 178? I guess it would. Hey, that makes sense. Yeah,
Could
you
be
know,
worse.
let's see here. He pulls over an ancient ledger, not even on a computer screen. Thumps it onto the desk. He starts.
I say, you know the good stick.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. I got no 178. What else were you looking for? He says. He licks his dirty finger. Starts AM3.
AM3.
AM3. Well, in that case, yeah, I just got an engine in about 2 months ago. Been tearing it apart. Might have a little bit AM3 left in it. Was a jump engine.
I just sigh and look at Eli. Say, well,
Go ahead.
so anybody else here could get us some thorium?
Well, you could always ask the inhabitants. You know, the permanent residents, not us transient types.
Maybe
What
it's
about a
time
conversion
for an
kit?
upgrade.
Conversion kit? Heck yeah. I got conversion kits. No problem. You want to convert over to 198?
It's almost feel like a crime, not a sin, right? Just like a classic like that. You want to keep it original. I guess not really original already.
You got a jump drive in that if you're asking for AM3. That's not original equipment.
No.
That's not, you're talking about matching serial numbers. Come on.
Yeah, maybe it's time. Maybe it's time to give her the big operation.
All right. Well, probably makes sense. You flip it over to the 198. That's going to be a lot easier for you to find. That for sure I have.
Yeah.
Well, don't do us any favors there, Diesel. Maybe you should look into getting more stock around here once in a while, huh?
Hey, I get what I can get.
Yeah.
As you can tell, it's not a real busy place, and the people that live here don't like visitors.
How do you end up here? You know, you don't seem to be a local.
No, I'm not a local. More of a castaway.
You said something earlier that stuck with me. You talk about the normal people that, yeah, right?
Yeah.
That skin cancer. What do you mean? Like that imply the existence of abnormal people.
Well, I mean, there's some people that seem more. I mean, the permanent residents here, the the religious types, they seem to be better adapted. I don't see them going into the clinics to get the cancers removed as often. In fact, I've never seen one do that.
The one that are all the same height.
Yeah, you noticed that, eh? Yeah,
I
kind of
didn't know.
quirky.
I've been told.
Yeah, all the same height. I wouldn't bring it up though. They're pretty sensitive about it.
Look around the room and how messy it is. I say, so do you know what's happened with the gate? Is Solaris coming around here yet?
Well, they've offered. It's been down now for a couple months.
They got to be leaning on the.
You know how it works, of course. It's an old model, not supported. We just need to get Solaris to come in. They'll do a complete refit.
And
of course, then Solaris controls it. Yeah, you know it.
Magically shuts down.
Just like we've done so many times, right?
I'm sipping on that beer and looking at Eli, trying to size the man. Right.
Is Solaris in the system now?
Oh, I think they got a rep somewhere. Yeah, leaning on the officials to sign the work order.
Planet side on the station.
Planet side. Most stuff is handled on the planet. It's funny, these inhabitants, the locals, they don't go for much space flight.
How long do you think it could take for the conversion kit to install to do the conversion?
Let's see. At least 6 days. You got that much time?
I'm kind of stuck here. I hope I might die before that. Who knows, right?
Well, just don't spend much time outside. You'll be okay.
How many units of AM3 is in that drive there, Diesel?
Okay. We got 2 units AM3 in that drive. Comfortably. Be quicker.
And then we same predicament.
We could probably get you out of here in a day if it just means pulling the AM3.
We'll probably need the thorium just to get off this rock.
I mean, you can always take the chance. Run 198 in your 178 reactor. Just have to be careful.
You got a loaner we can use for a little while?
Loaner? What do you mean loaner?
Like a little shuttle and get off the planet.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I do. I'm not really set up for courtesy cars here, Eli. But yeah, I could probably do something for you.
I look at Eli.
Kids, we don't have to pretend like you don't know anybody around here.
Yeah, I know people. Even an insular type group as these people still need to have somebody around like me.
And I say it. Well, it sure would be appreciated, Diesel.
I look at Eli and say, "Yeah, it's something you want to go? Something you want to
do?" Maybe not get my head microwaved for 6 days. I don't know about you, but I don't feel like it's as appealing as Diesel's letting on.
Well, maybe don't stand in the sun, right? Just like if you stay inside the ship, you'll be fine. Like that's a fucking spaceship. It's meant to withstand radiation.
You were getting stir crazy after a 20-minute jump. You gonna hang around 6 days in that lovely ship of yours? I'd like to get Jeannie off the planet if it's all right with you.
Jeannie? Who's Jeannie?
Yeah, she's a friend of mine.
You settled down, huh? Finally. Eli, never figured you for the settling down type.
Well, when you leave Solaris Logistics, you typically want to have a nice, peaceful life out in the countries or out in the rural setting without many packets exchanged.
Right. You're trying to beat some news, huh?
Yeah, that's why I was saying I kind of like this place a little bit. But, yeah, I don't want to get my head baked. Much less Jeannie's.
A amber light starts blinking and on the side of the wall, catches Diesel's attention. Huh. He looks back at Eli. You expecting visitors?
I hope not.
Well,
Look at the light.
that's a proximity sensor. His greasy finger points at it. And it just
think
lit up.
You think they come in like smell what we're doing here? They said like, why is the people don't like visitor and people are coming down the planet?
The real secretive type, they just want to be left alone.
Walk over to the console with the amber light and pull up whatever alert it's trying to give out.
A ship's coming in. Atmospheric. Coming in fast. Small ship.
It's a little ship in a hurry.
I'm starting to roll a cigarette.
What's the cover story?
I look at Diesel and I say, you smoke?
No. No. I got enough cancers already.
What's one more?
Let me tell you, it's the one more one you got to worry about. And then he says to Eli again, so, what's the story?
I say the story is that I'm a friend coming to visit my friend.
All right.
Sound good?
Friends visiting? Why not?
Use the truth as long as you can. That's always been my motto.
All right. Well, looks like they're here. There's a high-pitched whine outside as the atmospheric flyer settles down just outside of or just right behind the horizon on the landing pad.
I say, however, in case the truth doesn't work, you got any firepower around here?
He smiles.
I smile back at him.
Yeah, we got something. He walks over behind the counter and grabs a bulky-looking pistol and tucks it into the back of his tool belt.
I stand up and I walk toward the door, leaning against the frame.
I'll take those goggles if you don't mind.
Oh, sure. I got an extra here. Tosses just some goggles. Not quite blackout as a welding goggle, just very, very shaded, polarized.
Let's go meet our new friends. Put the goggles on.
Diesel opens the door. It slides open thick, very thick, revealing that bright white exterior of the outside.
I look over at Alan. I say, maybe one of us should be ready for a surprise.
You mean ambush?
A sleek, silvery, atmospheric vessel with SL on the side of it. It's parked outside Diesel's location. It opens. The gull wing doors opening on either side as men in suits with silvery sunglasses step out.
I say, maybe I should be the one to hide. I walk over to I stand on the other side of the large door that's open.
I say, like, well, you're the one they're looking for, right? So I stand there in the door frame, looking at the man coming.
One in the lead walks up. He waves. Well, hello. My name is Sylvanus. I'm a representative of Solaris Logistics. I understand a jump-capable vessel by our own internal scanning has just arrived in the system. We're very curious to know anything about you. His eyes narrow as he looks over at Eli.
I'm hiding on the other side of the door.
I'm there in the door frame. I look at the guy. I say, "Well, you want to take me on a date or what?"
No, we're just curious. I don't get many jump vessels here. Surprised you came here. The three men with him spread out. Dark suits kind of shimmering in the heat.
Like your Solaris Logistics, you said. Like that's not the first time you see a jump-capable ship, right? Sure.
No, of course not. And a relic like that, too. You must be brave or foolhardy.
Well, maybe I am. So watch out. I like dragging.
So we have a jump-capable ship, too.
Congratulations. We have at least that one thing in common, right?
I clutch my pistol, holding it ready in the shadows as I peer at the change.
Diesel's rough voice carries over the yard. All right, Suits, what do you want? Why are you here in my yard? The lead guy turns to him, ignoring him. We want to talk to the owners of this ship.
You are. That's my ship.
Great. There's a rustle of fabric as the three men around this guy draw weapons.
I get ready. I'm aiming my gun through like two large pieces of machinery.
I quickly duck behind the door that I was leaning against and draw my gun.
All right. They scatter. Diesel yells to put your guns down. Put your guns down. You got no right coming here. For that, two shots ring out towards him, narrowly missing him as he dives for cover.
When the gunfire starts, I take my shot. I aim shot at the one of the guards with the gun. Crim.
Success.
Lands center mass.
The with dust rising as the round punctures the torso of this suited guard as he falls back in the ground.
I call out, Sylvanus!
Eli, that you?
Why don't you put your guns down? I got you in my sights.
You got nothing, he says, crouching behind his executive vehicle.
I peek out of my cover, and I shoot at the guy closest to their ship.
Two more guards on either side. Success.
Yeah, like the loud bang of like the pistol, like the Potter pistol ring.
The round hits. There's a grunt of pain, and then rounds come slamming into your cover. One of them punctures through the metal.
Gets to me.
One strike.
So, fuck! I got it. Grazed me on my arm.
Diesel's
Look at
hand
it,
cannon
look
goes
at
off, shattering one of the reinforced windows of the executive airspeeder.
Take my second shot. At now firing at another one of the guards with the heavier weapons. Gonna make it a crit. Or make it a 6 anyways.
It's a strike.
Yeah.
Success. Another guard goes down. At this point, there's a whine as Sylvanus jumps into the air car. The other guard moving around, trying to lay down covering fire. There's a grunt as Diesel takes a hit.
I take a shot of the guy like taking fire. No. I use my hero dice.
Click. Gun. Misfire.
Fuck, man.
Eli.
I go back to my cover, like behind the, like I crouch down.
I step out of my cover and start running towards the speeder bike, taking a shot at the last guard as I run.
He's moving around to the side.
Hero die.
The round goes wide, ricocheting off the A pillar of the airspeeder. He takes the opportunity as Eli rushing towards him. He fires, but his round goes wide. It zips past Eli's ear. Alan.
I'm crouching down and I try like to unjam my gun. Like I'm tapping on the side, trying to pull the slide back, trying to eject like the casing that is blocking it.
There's a whine, another sound, a mechanical sound, as the ramp from the horizon opens. A figure comes out, pistol in hand, takes one shot at the airspeeder. The round ricocheting off the turbo fans in the back. Eli.
I dive for another piece of cover to cover myself from the remaining guard and take a few shots at that speeder. Try to disable it before it leaves. I'll make it a 5.
Success.
Try to blast a few times with my gun, hitting one of the whirling fans.
It sparks.
Spur
Some
up.
smoke coming from it. Diesel groans, rolls over, leveling his big hand cannon, firing it into the airspeeder. The pitch of the engines changes now. Sylvanus piles out, diving for cover, trying to get to the pile of scrap just off the landing pad. His guard standing up, trying to put himself between Sylvanus and the threat. Alan.
I stand up from my cover. I take a quick pick outside, and then I start running toward the guard that was standing there. And as I'm approaching him, I fling my pistol to his face.
Success. The pistol smacks him heavily, knocking his aim off balance, giving him bane.
And then I'm getting to him.
Okay, Eli.
I say, you're outgunned now, Sylvanus.
It's too late for you, Eli. We know you're here now.
It's not too late for you. Throw your
Give
gun
up the
down.
girl. Give up the girl.
Throw your gun down. do a warning shot at his cover.
All right, all right, all right. He says something to the guard. The guard reluctantly puts his gun down on the ground. Diesel swearing over in the dirt. Dang it, Eli, I knew I shouldn't have answered your call. Now I've been shot. I got cancers and now I'm shot.
I punched the guard that I was just running to in the face.
I
Yeah.
Just a good punch on the mouth. And I kick his gun away.
I run up to the cover Sylvanus is on, and
He stands up.
I start
It's too
patting him
late.
down.
It's too late.
Take out one of his pistols from his pant leg. Smirk at him, toss it to the side, toss it off the cliff.
Still has his mirrored sunglasses on, his $1,000 haircut, his $5,000 plus shirt, stained now with some dirt. It's too late, Eli.
I pull the earpiece off of his ear. And I say,
We
"What'd you
know the
get
girl's
off, huh?
here. What?
What'd you get off? What'd you tell him?"
I told him that we found you. I mean, I don't know how you got here so quick.
"Who the hell are you telling?" I hit him in the forehead with the pistol.
Hey, Eli. Rubs his forehead.
There's more Solaris in system, huh?
You know how
How did
it
you get
works.
to know? How did you know that even like those guy were on the run or whatever?
Working with the locals, aren't they?
We've got our
Already
connections.
They already got their hooks in this system, don't
No
they?
package should have got here yet.
No, there was no package. We're a jump-capable ship. I already told you. We jumped as soon as you guys jumped, or within a few minutes. We thought that we would overtake you. We got better jump tech. Oh, man, Eli. I don't know how you got here so many hours before we did. Telemetry put you here. It was the quickest one. It didn't take much processing power to figure out this is where you'd be. But I don't understand how you got here so quick.
Where is the ship?
All right. It's on the other side of the planet.
Are they on their way?
Of course they're on their way. Signaled that we got confirmation that when you docked at the spaceport.
I reach into his pockets looking for data.
He just keeps his hands out. Just stay calm, man. There's no reason to be shooting anybody. We just need the girl.
You think I don't have a reason, huh? Searching his pockets.
Cred stick, platinum credit limit. He's got communicator, high-end communicator, fancy pistol.
I push the guard a bit and I point toward for indicate him to step back.
He, hands raised, steps back. Diesel struggles to his feet, clutching a gut wound.
I grab the guard's gun from the floor.
Another high-end piece.
Evelyn
comes down
in his face again.
Evelyn walks over from the ramp, gun trained on the bodies on the ground, just in case any move.
How many people on the ship with you? I say to the guy that Eli is holding the gunpoint.
What's the designation?
Designation? Fast courier. We're a fast courier. Official designation, fast courier. Eli can tell you, we're the troubleshooting ships. Gates go down. We need a jump-capable ship to get there. We're technicians.
Now you got yourself into trouble.
I mean, there's how many of you? We've got a ship here coming around.
I look at Al and I say, we should probably just kill them and get out of here.
Hey, Eli, come on. It's not personal. I just need the girl. She's not yours. I mean, you're kidnapping, Eli.
It's
You're
not yours
kidnapping. What are
either.
you doing? You got a golden handshake. We all envied you. I mean, the whisper is you got, what, 40 million? I mean, some people say even more. What are you doing? Why are you throwing it away? A whole career. For what? She's not even yours.
Just blast him in the face.
Falls
shoot at the
back in a
guard.
spray of gore. The guard immediately reacts,
I
trying to.
shoot at the guard as soon as I shoot the.
A heartbeat later or less, the guard goes down. Evelyn, shocked. What's going on? What's happening?
I turn toward Eli with my gun, like not pointing my gun at him, but like kind of like pointing in general direction a bit.
I'm just looking at Sylvanus bleeding out on the floor. Take a deep breath. When I look over at Alan, say, we should probably go. Diesel, are you?
Diesel's blood is leaking through his fingers. He slumps up against one of the larger pieces of scrap. He goes, wouldn't you know it? Company killed me in the end. I knew it was going to be like this. I knew it was going to be that stinking company.
Walk over.
Hey, listen. He goes, hey, come here. All right.
Sorry, Diesel. Didn't mean for it to end like that.
And I saw how it went down. You really were never quite like the rest of them. That's why you and I got along. I'll tell you what. You can get back up into orbit. I got a stash. Got a getaway bag if these religious types went squirrely on me. You'll find some fuel there. Get you out of here. Man.
You want me to end it?
No, I got it. He glances down at his big pistol. Nah, man, I got it. Don't waste your bullets. I tell you what you could do. I mean, go back to that fridge. Bring me a couple of those. I got a taste for those beers, the ones with the iodine in it. You can bring me some of them.
You got it,
I'll be
Diesel.
fine.
I take the little ident chip you gave me.
Yep.
Stash it in my pocket and walk over to the cooler.
I'm following Eli, like, my hand down, but like, kind of pointing toward him. Then once he gets inside, I turn toward Evelyn, and I will nod to her. You're right.
Yeah, she nods. Who are these guys? Company guys? Solaris Logistics.
Yeah, Eli's friend.
Some friends. She says, I'm going to go make sure we're ready to take off. Seems like we're leaving already.
Thank you.
She heads back up into the ship.
I go pick up my the gun that I threw.
You bring a bottle over to Diesel. 2 bottles, set them down next to him.
He doesn't respond.
I crack one open for him. Put it in his lifeless hand. Say, thanks, Diesel. Cover his eyes. Stand up slowly. Say, we better get out of here.
I look at Eli and say, being your friend seems to be quite rough.
It does seem to be lately. I frown and look back at Diesel, shake my head, and walk over towards the horizon.
I let Eli go forward,
walk up the
and
ramp.
I follow behind him, gun still in hand.
I hold up the ident chip, and he said, he came through with the fuel, though.
Well, we'll see, I guess. Now we need to get off this rock.
I look back at Diesel's body, say, glad there's some I can still trust. Walk back to the
You can
back
trust it.
inside, hit the ramp, let him close.
Take off
As
my
the ramp
shoe.
closes, Evelyn comes on the comms. We got a contact coming in. Hi, Mock.
Take off my shoes and I head toward the cockpit.
Evelyn's busy, flipping switches, getting panels activated. The ship's humming back to life.
I hit the communication. I say, everybody get in position. We're going to take off violently.
I find a seat in engineering and strap myself in.
And I start powering the ship and putting the thruster on to escape the gravitational pull.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm heading toward the stars.
Make a piloting check. Jeannie runs into the engineering room to be with Uncle Eli. Ah, success.
Yeah.
The ship
is
burns
doing
quick out of the atmosphere. Another ship in pursuit.
I'm putting all the power in the thruster, and I'm leaving the rock as fast as I can, taking advantage of like the speed of this classic, right? Meant to be a blockade runner. Well, now it's time to shine.
The fast courier struggles to keep up to the horizon as the horizon just kicks it into high gear, burning quickly out of the gravitational well of the planet, heading into deeper space.
I look at the fuel gauge.
Roll fuel. The engines sputter. What was fumes before? The ship now is no thrust. Thorium exhausted.
I hit the comms, like hearing the change and the hum of the engine. I hit the comms and I say, I'm going to load up the coordinates for this storage unit he's got. And enter the coordinates through the console in the engine room.
I hit the come back. I say, well, we're going to try to drift there on our momentum, but we're basically sitting duck.
Evelyn calls out. They're closing. They're gaining on us now. Oh, wait. No. Something from the planet. I'm getting all sorts of comm traffic. I guess that ship violated some religious edict or something. Looks like they're in some hot water.
You would say so? Solaris fucking guys violating some religious edict?
Well, it sounds they're pretty angry down there.
They don't have a reputation for honoring tradition or planetary traditions.
No, they're not strong on cultural sensitivity.
Not until they're running the place, anyways.
So we'll see. Are they stopping by? Are they stopping? Are they being...
Well, it looks like there's some other ships here moving to intercept them. Looks like they got themselves into some hot water. Yes.
Maybe that's our luck. We can just slip under the radar.
Maybe. Well, where's
And I'm
this
just
container, Evelyn says.
Just with the little like thruster, like that barely taking energy, like just for positioning. I'm angling the ship. I say,
Attitude thrusters are going to be difficult role piloting.
We'll get there.
It's going to take some time.
We have to be patient. hopefully there's gonna have some fuel we can use there.
There will be. I say as
Yeah.
pulling up. Try. I'm messing with the jump drive console, checking the integrity of that large, massive file that I had saved. Noticing that the ship is even. The hard drive on the ship is probably too small to handle it efficiently. It's getting corrupted slowly.
I'm leaning on in my piloting chair, and I grabbing a drink, some whiskey.
Evelyn
now-
calls out.
What's up?
I've got something. I think I see something on. It's small. It's just in the middle of nowhere. It's a faint signal. Small. Could be a container. It's
Like a
coming up
buoy?
fast though. I mean, we're gonna have to try to shed some of the speed. We're gonna go flying right by.
It's probably it.
I'm looking at the screen. You think that's our target?
There's nothing else around here. I hope it is, because if we bleed all of this velocity off, we're just going to be sitting here. Do we go for it? I mean, how well did you... The salvage, that man that died, did he say he had what we need?
I say, what alternative do we have at this point?
I'm gonna rely on that one.
All
I
right,
trust
then.
him. We should check it.
I just gently steer the ship, trying to aim as best as I can, just to on momentum. Just doing
All right.
small correction.
Success. The gentle
Gently.
bump. The ship comes to rest, just barely nudging this container, a shipping container, just hanging there in space, with a emissions absorbing material sprayed on it.
Walk over to the entrance to the airlock. Start putting on a suit. Space. Suit.
Evelyn,
I hit the communicator. I say yeah, just hit it on the cable, and we can drag this container in, I guess.
I got it.
Evelyn's I'm monitoring the communications back on the planet. It sounds like some major diplomatic incident. Sounds serious. It's probably best for us to get out of here.
I say, good news for us. I step into the
Forward.
airlock, turn on the oxygen, not hoping that the suit's been used once before, as I hit the exterior airlock. Attach a hook to a connector there, and
They're out free fall in space.
I jump off, try to reach towards the.
Roll.
I'll put make that a 5.
Success.
And I grab it.
There's
twisting around it.
There's an anchor point for the cable.
Catch the hook. And start using the cable to go back towards the airlock.
Evelyn's eyes get wide. She looks over at Alan. They're starting to hail us.
As I see Eli hooking the container, I start pressing on the callback, the pull back mechanism, dragging the container toward the ship, toward the hangar.
I make it into the airlock more quickly than the container, and grab the container as it's coming in and guide it and push it into the side. Then I shut the main airlock door.
As the airlock door shuts and magnets activate, the container affixes itself to the bottom of the hangar, and gravity returns to the hangar itself.
I'm looking at Evelyn. I say like, who's yelling us?
It sounds like it's the authorities. Wait. She looks at her screen again. Oh no. We have multiple launches. They just launched missiles at us.
I
Well,
make sure that I say, maybe we should hail them.
the missile.
They're not listening. The missiles, they're coming in.
Well, that's it. There's not much like. Eli, can you look inside that container?
I
Open it.
quickly open the container.
We're not going to have time, Evelyn says. We're not going to have time. We don't have time to gas up. Those missiles will be here in less than 5 minutes.
Just veer
I look at
to the
Evelyn.
right as much as you can.
I look at Evelyn and I say like, we can't go nowhere if we don't gas up.
We've got to do something. Can't we jump or something?
No
Use
gas.
every last bit of these maneuvering thrusters. Shift us to the left or something. Maybe we can get an indirect hit.
I killed the momentum to grab this container.
We're sitting ducks out here.
We are. Eli,
Opening.
that's the best chance. Go help him, Evelyn.
She, with frustration, she unhooks her harness and rushes back towards the hangar or the cargo bay. As she does so, she passes by the engineering room and she stops and says, "Jeannie, what are you doing? Honey, you shouldn't be touching that." And then she rushes back over to help Eli. What is it? Where is it? Does he have the fuel?
I hit the interior door of the airlock to bring atmosphere back up into this compartment.
As the atmosphere returns and pressure releases, the interior door opens. Evelyn then comes rushing in.
I say, we need the magnetic fork, the magnetic dolly.
There's no time for that. We just have to muscle it.
Hopefully,
What you got in there? What you got in there? We have what we need.
I look inside of the open container.
There, inside the open container, a number of cases. In the back, behind some of the cases, are some fuel canisters. Evelyn starts crawling
Grab
over
one
the
of them.
cases.
Start blowing it up.
It's too heavy for her. It crashes onto the floor.
Hurry up,
I
guys.
fall over, spraining my ankle.
The canister lands, crushing the ankle of Eli.
Ah, damn it!
Evelyn attempts again. It doesn't work. Hands slip off. The fuel canister drops.
So what's
I,
happening
she-
out there, guys?
Turn on my comm for the interior. I say, Jeannie, can you hear me?
A thin voice responds, "Yes, Uncle Eli."
Jeannie, I need you to concentrate on the jump drive.
The numbers are so pretty. It's just like my dream.
Focus on the numbers, sweetie, okay?
Okay. Something's happening. Evelyn,
Guys,
on the
what about
floor, her tears streaming down her face as she tries vainly to get the heavy fuel canister to move. Not like this. Oh, not like this.
I get off my chair and I run toward the where the container is, and yeah, I'm heading toward this way.
Say, go towards the numbers, sweetie. Use Use your mind and go towards the numbers.
There's no response this time. Alan,
You can do it, Jeannie. Just encouraging her over the comms.
proximity alert. It's the missiles tracking in, closing, faster.
Yeah, I'm just running, and I arrive like in the cargo area.
There, Evelyn, tears streaming down her face as she tries vainly to lift the heavy fuel canister off Eli's ankle.
I go help her. With the adrenaline, I just like grab the container.
Right over the shoulder.
And I run toward the refueling, the interior refueling port.
There it is. The coupling there.
Quickly, like trying to, as fast as I can, I try to attach it.
The canister attaches as all the lights in the ship go out. The ship lurches. Proximity alarms, everything gone. Fuel transfer halted. A faint bluish glow coming from the hallway behind. We'll end it there.
All right.
Or do we end it there?
Oh, you ended it.
I ended it. Dang it!
Is it too cliffhangery?
It's too cliffhangery.
Very, very cliffhangery.
Yeah.
It's not that cliffhangery.
Whew.
Very excited.
A shootout. I don't think we've had a shootout
No,
in a while.
it's because me and Brick and Alan are both like punchers,
Yeah.
but melee style.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is what happens when Alan tries to shoot things. He throws his gun at people.
Oh my god, this didn't work anymore.
And this is what happens when I try to lift heavy objects as well.
You get caught.
I just break and fall like an old
Yeah.
man.
Oh man, like those one kept coming, eh?
Dude, yeah.
Yeah, tons. I had so many, like I kept on rolling these ones. I'm like, oh man. And then at the end there, where Evelyn's trying to help, she rolls a 1. You know, it's just one thing after another.
I liked how you rolled a 6 and you're like, it'll be 6 days. I'm like, well, the one time you rolled high.
That was funny. That was funny. Yeah.
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 That's crazy.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I didn't check what kind of fuel was there, right? Maybe we like
Could have been loading 198 into that transfer. Nobody
Yeah.
checked it. Just fuel.
That's true.
yeah. But now like we don't
I'm
have
sure
much
that'll be
choice, right?
fine.
Yeah.
It's just higher octane. It's okay.
Yeah, 198
Load that in.
is a conspiracy theory. We established that in the earlier session.
Another cliffhanger. I know. Sorry, guys. Another cliffhanger.
You want to
Yeah,
hit the
no.
chat?
I liked how Phil at the end, you're like, Jenny, use the numbers. Do the thing. Do the thing.
Well, I felt like you were telegraphing it.
I was a little bit.
I don't know why I didn't think about it. Actually, right before you said it, I was like, oh, Ginny can run the drive maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And then you kind of told her after. I was like, yeah. That's what we should do.
Well, we'll see. We'll see if we get blown up. Maybe we're gonna just fucking explode.
Yeah, you could.
I'm sure that's what'll happen.
Yeah.
So watch next time, and it's the shortest.
It's the shortest session ever. All right. Multiple nuclear weapons.
Sorry, we were
explode.
10 minutes late, guys. Okay, you guys explode. All right. That was a fun campaign.
Thanks for coming up.
Yeah, thanks for coming out. All right. Next for the rest of our 2 hours. All right.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Well, we'll end it there. Thank you for everybody that was.
You want to check the chat and all? Or no?
Yeah, we should check the chat, see who was here watching us. Josh was nice to drop by, which is great. Crafting Gamer says hi.
Hello.
Of course, our friend Rolling Stag and Richard, who's a regular watcher.
Yeah.
Good to see him here. Deep Space Crit Failure. Yes, calm down. We're still dragging that body around. Oh, yeah. And some new people. Common G, I don't see you here.
You mean You mean me?
And
Dragging that
and
body?
then
No, is it in
Brick.
brick?
You're talking about
Yeah.
Brick, yeah.
yeah, we still have Brick's corpse on board. The girl's some kind of technomancer. Yeah, there's some interesting things happening
She
with
has
her.
some kind of super jump powers.
That's right. She's got something about her. Something that Solaris Logistics is willing to move heaven and earth to try to recover.
Yeah.
Why would they want her so much?
I'm surprised no one. What was that? I'm surprised no one tried to shoot you out of the sky yet. Phil
Yeah, what was that?
died, but you like causing some shit. Just saying. Is that me that caused some shit?
No one tried to shoot you out of the sky yet. Phil died, but you
I feel like I'm more of a shit stirrer than Max.
Yep,
Max
there
is
we go.
Pretty relaxed.
I'm
I'm
relaxed,
always
like,
open
I'm
for
also like a-
unsolicited advice.
Yeah.
Good game. That's right. Catch the rest. Of course, we go a little late for those on the East Coast, our friends there. Missiles on the way. 7 days is a long 5 minutes. Finally had a Monday off. Could catch. Thanks. You could be here. All right. So running NPCs without playing dolls with myself. Don't want to do that. And Anders, you're correct. Another cliffhanger yet again. Mind you, I doubt the next session will start with missiles hit you, you all die. You never know. Could be.
That's why it's not a cliffhanger. Obviously,
you got away.
things happened.
Things happened.
If
but-
you've been following the campaign,
Well,
things
You
happen.
did finish with the proximity alert or shut off now, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like all the power went out, though.
Yep.
It's like,
Oh, so we're dead.
It's,
we have the oxygen, and I hope that would be kind of cool. I don't know. This might be strategizing, but that'd be kind of cool to do like a no life support session.
no life support. Everything's turned off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's freezing.
Well, we didn't get we didn't get much damage on the ship except when the first time I tried to land it.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
With
that was
no
like the
power.
only time that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you had some good rolls. Yeah, you had some good rolls with
I
the.
rolled well today.
You did roll well. I rolled garbage. Everything garbage.
Except when I tried to shoot the guy, right? And just,
Yeah, that's true. And then you had the critical fail.
I had reasonable rolls.
Was that a reasonable one? I had the gun jam. I was like, I guess that's okay.
Well, I think that's what we talk about with guns, right? Because
Yeah.
I said this pistol can take. I have like basically one strike, right? I had that noted on my so now like it's at 0. That's why it's like broken, right? And because it jammed before as well.
Mhm.
So the gun jam. That's why I said I'm spending the other turn like trying to unjam it.
Trying to
but then,
unjam it. That's what I got that too. And I was like, okay, that's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, trying to
You
clear it.
You picked up one of the heavy guns from the guards too. Right?
Yeah.
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 So
And you
Alan
took
has a
the
new
stuff
gun?
from Sylvanus, right? Like the executive or the VP guy that was there. You
yeah, I
took his
took
stuff
his earpiece, his data pad, and
Right.
a cred stick.
and a cred stick, platinum cred stick. And
I kicked his gun.
and you kicked the gun away. Did you feel like you got enough Did you were able to do enough things in this session, or was it enough?
Like
I think there was a lot of like I liked it because there was a lot of the first part was like quite slow, but it was a lot of like character stuff, right? With the
I was
Rachel
really
and
hoping
Eli.
to have Evelyn have some time with Alan to be like, look, we got to talk. Like,
you
what
guys
are we
wanna-
doing?
You want some smoochy time?
Not smoochy time, but just like, listen, if there's something developing here, there's something
Yeah.
you need to know about me. Like, there's something I want.
Evelyn's
You're not gonna
about
ask
to,
that.
Evelyn's about to give you. Evelyn's about to give you an ultimatum.
Well, like, she's going to be like, look, because there was a real good reason for her trying to get back to Eberlein.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she's, I wanted her to have time to be like,
whoa.
yeah.
Mhm.
This feels strategizing.
Blowing your load.
No,
right?
it's true. Yeah, that's true.
Blowing your load.
No, I better not say anything more.
It
You're
could
right.
happen again. Or
It
better
could
yet,
happen again.
Left unsaid
But, you
after
know-
I murder her.
Yeah, and trying to have like
Hands off the kid. She just
trying to have the
shoots him.
talk with Adam.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get that easy.
No. No, obviously not.
I like how I'm like, hey Evelyn, leave her alone. She's sleeping, and then Evelyn's like dragging her out of the thing. Guys, I can't wake her up. I'm like, no shit.
Obviously
doing?
not a mother. Yeah.
How do you feel about the session? Like, do you feel like it was too slow, Phil?
I felt like there was a bit of turnflation happening. But whatever.
Yep. I felt
And,
like sometimes I didn't get my turn.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I felt the opposite. I felt sometimes I didn't get my turn.
What?
Yeah,
Well, if
but
you
I
both
think
feel you didn't get your turn, then that's probably
I think-
cancels
no, but
each
no,
other out, right?
I think that's actually like when turn station happen, right? Especially when when we split, right? And then you spend a long time doing a lot of back and forth. That's why we used to have this rule, like we're gonna do 2 back and forth, and we're gonna go somewhere else, right? Just like
True.
and then now there was a lot of back and forth, so it come back to my time. I feel like
I
you did a lot
mean,
of stuff, but I want to do a lot of
I
stuff,
was in
right?
the cargo hold, opening up the cargo,
Yeah.
and when I said, "Okay, I'm opening up the cargo," before I went again, Evelyn was in the cargo.
Oh yeah, that was a mistake on my part. And then you're like oxygen coming back in. I'm like, oh yeah, she.
I said, "I'm gonna go get a cup of water for Jeannie," and by the time I gave her the cup of water, you had gone to the bridge, you talked to someone on a comms, and taken off and flown out of the dock. And I say, "Okay, I've set the cup of water down next to
Yeah, we weren't good on time there.
yeah.
Yeah, there was a couple instances of that for sure.
But before you said like I'm gonna go take a cup of water, you did other stuff too. You didn't like that wasn't just your turn, right? So that's you had a few back and forth with Evelyn and stuff like that.
Okay.
So like when I say like by the time you get the cup of water, it's also by the time of the few turns you did before that, when I was just like sideline. Anyway, that's how I saw it, right?
Yeah.
Just like, but maybe like we both had this impression, so there was something there. Like we weren't not our best session on that, on respecting time, keeping
know.
turns short, going like when we're not up, when we're separated, going to a different part, right?
There were times where I did my 2 dialogues and Crispy like kept engaging me, and I was like, I guess I'm gonna keep talking to you.
Yeah, I should just cut it out. Yeah.
But I'm sure I made mistakes too.
What? Phil? No. Never.
Yeah, probably not.
Probably not. Come to think of it. No.
Good point, Crispy.
Oh boy. Yeah, that was a hard one. I was like, well, I don't know if because I was trying to think of what this place was, and I had some secrets for this place.
I feel like Evelyn's always up my ass. I'm trying to I don't know if that's intentional.
No, well, it's not intentional.
It's like she's like, oh, what's going on with Eli? Well, hey, maybe you should go check on your kid.
Yeah, that's
right. All right, fucking calm down.
Yeah.
I told her
she is.
We're not married, bitch.
Yeah, she is, but she's very. She's very. I'm trying to communicate that she's very protective of the girl. Is what I was trying.
She is for sure.
But I can see how that would be grating for Eli.
Yeah. It's more like he doesn't want to spill the beans, but at this point, the beans have been
beans have been spilt.
At the end,
no crying over these spilt beans.
These beans is spilt.
They is spilt. Yeah.
Yeah. Excited.
So how do you feel about this relationship between Eli and Alan that is developing?
It's interesting. It's very complex. I feel like it's very up and down. Like he'll kind of start respecting Eli, and then he'll go blow someone's face off. But then he respects his friend that just died, and then who knows? Who knows? What do you think?
I think it's interesting, like this push-pull, right, kind of thing, right? Just like
not
knowing, like we kind of in this together, so we kind of, have some trust at some point, but also we don't want to trust, and it's like we don't have reason to we kind of like this need to trust each other, but we didn't have time to earn the trust, so it's not an easy one, right? So I think that's interesting.
The part where Eli is like, "Hey, sorry, I didn't trust you," and stuff like that, and you're like, "Yeah, that's a real fucking problem you have." He's trying to apologize and complain with you. You're like, "Yeah, and you trusted the wrong guy too, idiot." I was like, "Okay." All water under the bridge.
All water under the bridge. There we go. Why don't you just have a coffee? It'll all be okay. The coffee's still good.
So glad we smoothed that over.
Oh boy.
But it's very different relationship than with Brick, right? So that's interesting as
yeah.
well.
I liked the call out to Brick where he like picks up the wrench. I don't know.
Yep.
Anyways,
Pick up the what?
The wrench.
Some good.
Oh yeah.
Some good parts of that session for sure.
Yeah.
Well, we got to do some different things there, so that was all right, and we'll see what happens next time.
Diesel died.
Yeah. I was like, I'm not going to give Diesel like 3 strikes, so I was like, 1 strike.
No, yeah.
So is that the move? You give all the NPCs 1 strike?
Usually, unless they're more boss type.
Yeah.
Although I don't care how many strikes that the guy has, you shoot him in the face, like he's done.
Yeah. That felt a little too
violent
to Eli. Yeah.
Well,
I was like, wow. But maybe he knew more. Maybe being on the inside, he kind of knew what more was coming.
That's going to come back, man.
I think the reason he did it is more because he didn't want Sylvanus like spilling all the beans.
Right.
Because it'd be bad for Jeannie. Or at least that's how he justified it.
It's going to come back, man. We're not done with that. Now, like, if we survive, if we survive what's happening now, right?
Yeah, we're probably dead. 10 minutes in.
Yeah. 10 minutes in.
Can you imagine? 10 minutes in? Make new characters.
That's 10 minutes, including like the saying hi to people and doing the recap.
Yeah. Oh, the recap. Yeah. Got to have our 2-minute recap.
Gotta get your 5 minutes, 6-minute recap.
I didn't do that this time.
And then we're all dead, but Jeannie's like some floating blue angel. Just
sure she is.
Through space as an anomaly.
Yep. Sure she is.
Like, what's this anomaly? Anyways.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's interesting also, and it's like I feel like there's a lot of world building going on, right? Especially like now we saw like a bunch of weird stuff, right? And the robot on Nebulin and the fishman on New Amsterdam, and now like those religious skulls that are all the same height, which is
it's a real strange detail about this religion.
Strange detail.
There was a secret there, but nobody found it.
You're not 5'7".
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think you guys have a lot of good ideas. Get the fuck out of here.
Get out of here. You must be this tall to ride this.
Yeah. Like exactly this stuff.
Exactly this tall.
Here, stand next to the sacred stick. Like, okay, I don't know.
No, there was a secret there. You guys didn't find it, so I'm not telling it. It'll be a new secret next time anyway.
And
also, we have the obvious canonical no prep challenge.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Also, like now that's also like
alien.
on the basal system, some people getting cloned and with alien technology and shit.
Yeah, there is something.
The entity. The Alpha 3 clones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh,
that was.
Yeah, that's a deleted scene. If you guys want to learn more about this world, you have to check the last
Mercury Dynamics.
Dynamics.
Yeah. On the
habitat in the Bezos system. Something really, really bad is happening there.
Yeah. I wonder if it even exists anymore.
But it's interesting. All like little system got this weird thing, right? This like their own little flavor, right?
Yeah.
Good. Yep. All right. Well, we'll call it there. Thank you very much for watching. Those of you that joined us in the live play, and those that'll watch it on the replay, we always appreciate that. And as always, thanks to my players, my buddies here, Max and Phil. And we'll hopefully be able to put another one of these out next Monday, as we are all excited to see what happens with these characters. And
it's going to be a short one.
It'll be a short one because everyone's just going to die right at the beginning, and that'll be an interesting one.
Yeah. Well, we're going to take on the challenge of everyone dies at the beginning in 4D.
Yeah. In 4D.
Yeah.
4D. Total party kill. There we go. Thanks, guys. We'll end the stream here and catch you on the next one. Thank you.